Bitcoin touches the $93,000 mark. And if you remember, we actually sold $90,000 puts on Bitcoin yesterday. And now we're getting a little bit of heat, but will Bitcoin go to 90? Will Bitcoin reject the 90? Or was today the correction because a lot of people sold? So we're going to talk about everything in today's video. So let's start with our options. If we scroll down right now, you can see in the screen that we have the $3,000 put for Ethereum that was not affected. We are actually doing very, very good. 0.78% on this one already if we wanted to close that. And then we have the Bitcoin one that right now it is 4.7 in the red, so 49 bucks more or less. And this one actually got to -7%, a kick in my butt if I have to say so, because I was scared as you were about this huge correction. But if you can see right here, I am once again falling for my own traps because the RSI was calling it. Hey, we have been overextended since right here it touched 82, it touched 81, and now it is correcting. So this one was on me. This one we should have seen. Now personally I cannot read what we can expect on this. If we look at the heat map, you can see that now we have no, for the week we have no big liquidations other than the one at the $100,000, which is a very important mark. So I believe that this would be like a magnet, but we're going to see some reasons here around the $100,000 and why we didn't touch that yet. Maybe because people are selling off before the $100,000. So let's talk about all of that. But again, I just think that I'm still going to hold this one right here. As the time you're watching this, I am recording on a Monday, just right after the video on Monday is coming out. I'm recording this right now on a Monday night. So I don't know on Wednesday where this price will be. Maybe it will be already an outdated video, but I'm doing that because I'm traveling. So by Friday, most likely you will see me on another location. That being said, let's take a look at the copy trading, which is doing fantastic. We are right here at 6.86. Again, we didn't have any trades since yesterday that I recorded, but 3 days ago from the time that I posted the last video, I was able to close my position. You can see right here, closed the $800, which gave me $1 in profit. So that was cool. And as we saw, Ethereum is steady at the 3,400 more or less. It goes a little bit up and down, but just $100 range on both sides. In the Earn tab, I have right here an option that I sold, which is actually a spread that I opened for above $99,000. Well, what a disappointment this is. I don't know if this is going to be happening by Friday. Again, this was a shot in the dark. And again, I'm risking losing that 50 bucks. But as I said, it is just 50 bucks, which we could have had a return of $33. So 60%, it is a risk worth taking. And sometimes we have these risks and we have to take them. So this is why I took this exact risk. But looking back now, if I had a magic crystal ball where I could send signals to myself, I would say maybe do the opposite this time. And then we can move on next week. So let's see how this one goes. Again, most likely 50 bucks that I lost, but we still have the longs on our side. Before we jump into the news, look at these liquidations. We had 551 million, so $500 million liquidated, and almost all of that was from long positions. So longs got wrecked. Longs got wrecked a lot. You can see right here 86% of liquidated positions were long positions. So that hurt. Ouch, that hurt a lot. And most of it, you guessed, was on Bitcoin. Ethereum and Dogecoin were also huge parts of these liquidations. So now let's see some news. Now, regarding the price of Bitcoin, the $100,000, which a lot of people, including myself, tend to think that as a psychological more than a technical level. Some people argue that it is not actually any sorts of level. It is just a very round number that people can screenshot and post memes about that. That being said, we actually have right here the numbers that propose $137,000 as the official level, the next level for Bitcoin as somewhere where it wants to reach. So right now we're just seeing a correction because the 100,000 isn't actually that sort of level, which again, I kindly disagree. As I just showed you before in the liquidation, we can see it right here, 100,000 being a strong level, $416 million in liquidation leverage right at the $100,000 mark. Again, I disagree on the technical level, but on the psychological, $100,000 is a huge milestone for Bitcoin. So I'm not sure why he says that this is not a psychological level. But again, I agree with some things that is said here in this article, which tells you, and also we can see that with liquidations, we also have a lot of profits being taken. So a lot of people who have been carrying, maybe not by 2012, 2014, but maybe since the 30s, the 40s, the $50,000, they are going to take profits because we are overextended. If you look, you can agree with me by using indicators and by using whatever sorts of data you want to throw at it, that we are overextended in this short period of time. Of course, it doesn't mean that this is the forever top of Bitcoin, but that most likely we're going to see miners, people who have been holding Bitcoin for a while now, taking profits, and also people who are going to be scared. We should see the fear and greed tip a little bit back towards the 70s, maybe 60s, and then go back up again. So this could be your final chance or your last chance to buy Bitcoin below the $100,000, maybe forever. As again, by the time you're watching this video, we should have seen macro week and PC data coming out. So these headlines could make it or break it for Bitcoin, maybe sending it back up and touching 100,000. Who knows? Again, this data will be a lot. But again, since it is Thanksgiving week, we shouldn't see much movement after this correction that we saw on Monday, which is the time I'm recording. Maybe all of this will be just a little scare that we got in the past, and it will be nothing more than just a red candle amongst green candles all over the place. So I'm hoping that this is the case, because I got very scared from all the way to this 97,000 all the way to $92,000. That really got me very good. The PCE data is now skewed a little bit. In the last video that we covered, we had a 75% chance of rates being cut by another 425 to 450 points. But now this number went down to 56%. So maybe Jerome Powell will say something different. Who knows? But again, this will only be decided on December 18th, but this week should also be a very important week for the markets so far. Glassnode made a tweet that says things are getting heated. Bitcoin long-term holders have come out in force, with selling pressures hitting 365,000 negative Bitcoin per month, the highest since April 2024. And here it goes deeper in who's actually selling. But you can see this red, almost like red iceberg. This is selling pressure, which comes right after a month or a huge mountain of green, and where people were actually long-term holders were holding and stacking more Bitcoin. So with good and bad news, where do you see the price of Bitcoin going this Friday? So take your time, comment down below. What is the price of Bitcoin by Friday's video, which usually is around 9 p.m. my time. Maybe it's later, maybe it's earlier for you, but what is the price that you see Bitcoin at by Friday? Let me know down in the comments. I'm gonna give you my best guess. Maybe Bitcoin will be at around $95,575. This is my best guess, but again, we want to make a poll down below to see where are we aligned in price for Bitcoin, and see if we are thinking the same way or having the same goal as everyone else. So be part of this experiment, comment down below, and always, if you want to check out Bitopics, is the first link in the description. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace.